The most common mistakes I see when editing a manuscript, I think the main one is one of the oldest tenets of writing, which is you want to show versus tell. And I think all authors have heard this and everyone thinks they're doing it, but still that's what crops up the most often, is that authors are telling instead of showing. And an example of that would be, for instance, he's angry. And obviously you want to show that instead of telling the reader. You want to show him throw a vase across the room or grab another character by the throat, and that shows he's angry. Or just with his line of dialogue show he's angry, instead of stating that fact, your main character is angry. So I think that that's one of the overall hardest things that especially first-time authors have, is making sure to show instead of tell. Another issue I see crop up, which is a little difficult once I have the final manuscript in front of me, is what the hook is. And I think that when people are writing, they feel that, oh, I love this story, I love my characters, so everyone else is going to want to read it. And the reality of publishing, especially through traditional publishing houses, is that your manuscripts need to stand out from the other hundreds of thousands of books that are out there. And so you want to make sure that before you begin, you have some sort of hook. And that's not to say that your main character has to be a blind amputee or anything like that to the extreme, but you want to make sure that either your topic or your writing or your characters or your plot have something that's going to stand out, that's going to catch an agent and a reader's eye to make it different than everything that's already out there. Another issue that crops up, I feel, is finding your own voice. Finding your voice in the narrative before you begin, but also finding the voice of your characters. I think many people know what they want their characters to say, but they haven't worked on how they're saying them. You really want to give each character a distinctive personality, especially if that character is one of your main POVs. And so once you have established what the plot is, you really want to go back through and work on all that dialogue and work on distinctive personalities. Another issue that crops up, of course, is just basic grammar. I mean, when you're writing, obviously an agent is not going to say, forget this because there's a few commas missing, but you want to have a grasp on basic grammar. And I think those are some of the main issues that crop up when I'm editing.
Thank you for listening. Please review our other available content for help writing, publishing, and marketing your book. If you have any questions about the Author Learning Center, please contact us by email at authorsupport@authorlearningcenter.com.